Well, hello, everyone. First off, happy Thursday. And if you're from Houston, then you know the big news today is the fact that we are one of the 11 host cities for the World Cup. So, hey, that's big news here. It's going to be in 2026. So, a ways away. But for about what we're talking about today, something very serious. It's the baby formula shortage. So, it's still happening. Um, some bad news in terms of relief. You know, the big um, Abbott Laboratories, the U.S.'s largest baby formula manufacturer, they closed down their production today in their main plant in Sturgis, Michigan, because of flooding caused by some torrential storms. So, what that means for us here, or just people in general who are needing this baby formula, that it's going to be a few more weeks. Even though Biden administration has said that they've already started getting in shipments of baby formula from abroad, that doesn't mean that. We will be seeing relief at the grocery store or wherever we get our formula from. So it's really something that is really, really difficult for so many parents. I can't even imagine. And Monica Medellin is part of this. This is she's saying this is so messed up. We've already been waiting. Monica, there might be an answer for you. So stick around because I'm going to add right now Marcella Young. Here she is. Hi, Marcella.
Hi.
So tell me about you're a Houston mom
Mhm.
and you started this map, which is helping out so many people. So let me first tell you about this map. We did a whole story on it yesterday. It aired again today and it's on our website. So tell me what this map is all about. And while you're talking, I'm going to have, I took some video of the map. So we'll play that. So if you just want to talk over it.
Sure. So the map is designed to help parents locate donated formula as well as indicate on the map where they're from and if they need formula. There's milk banks on the map, and then there's the ability to put whether you've seen formula in a store. So, for example, if I'm at my local HEB and I see formula on the shelves, I'm able to go in and put a pin on the map, indicate where exactly I am in Houston or actually anywhere across the country. Um, Select the store and add pictures of what formula I'm seeing, and then describe, what kind. So if I see Similac or Enfamil or whatever, I'm able to indicate that.
That's awesome. And so, what made you want to do something like this? Because, thank goodness you're not in need of formula yourself.
Yeah, that's right. My son is still on breast milk, fortunately. But yeah, as a mom myself, I have a 9-month-old at home, and just imagining myself in everyone else's shoes, just not being able to feed him, I just can't even imagine. And I have a lot of friends that rely on formula, so it's pretty near and dear to my heart. And so I just wanted to be able to do something. I felt helpless for a while until I thought about this service that I knew about, and so I decided to learn more about it and how it can directly tie to this formula shortage.
Awesome. And so, can you probably tilt down your camera more? Sorry, I should have told you this a little ahead of time. Some people were commenting like, "We don't see her face."
Oh,
Um, so Debbie saying this has never happened before. It is so so sad. What has the response been? Because for our story, we talked to somebody from Minnesota who is a mom herself, doesn't need baby formula for her child, but she was able to deliver baby formula that other people needed, strangers, and she was able to get them help. So tell me what the reach has been so far.
yeah, so we've had really good reach. It's about 70,000 people have viewed the map, which is great. Means it's getting some good use. We've got over 3,000 people put points on the map as well, whether they need breast milk, whether they need formula, or whether they can donate any of the above. But also people that don't even have children and just want to participate and are able to indicate stores on the map that have formula on their shelves. They've been able to add those as well.
And what are you seeing in terms of the when it comes to the people needing it versus the people that are seeing it? Are you seeing more people seeing it on the store shelves or not?
It really depends on what part of the country they're in, unfortunately. For example, my local stores, I've seen it kind of build up a little bit more, but I've also talked to moms. I'm an admin for several Facebook groups for formula, and I help kind of dig out the scammers and try to help people find formula. But some moms are still seeing the same shortage as before, pretty empty shelves. And so they're very reliant on people shipping it to their part of the country.
Okay. And you are busy yourself with a mom and a full-time job. So what do you do?
I'm a consultant. I work in the oil and gas and chemicals industries. My background is in engineering. I'm a chemical engineer. But yeah, I help bring technology to those industries.
And do you have, I'm going to bring up Donald right now. Donald, I'm not trying to even pick on you, but he says, make your own family formula. That is what my mother did: evaporated milk, Caro syrup, and purified water. Mix it, warm it, enjoy it. I hear this so much, and pediatricians say, don't do this because you don't get all the nutrients you need to get in formula. But they haven't said anything about harmful effects. I don't know if you've heard anything. I know you're not a medical expert, but what have you, because I've heard this so much, but I haven't heard any harmful effects, I would say. I've just heard that it lacks nutrition. But if you need to feed your baby, right, you do whatever you have to.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I would always rely on your pediatrician, no matter what. I know it's desperate times, but I think in times like this, it's important to try to reach out to your community,
Yes.
family, friends, and try your best to find formula.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not trying to suggest to do one way or another. I'm just saying it's come up so much, and I know that people are doing that. So
Hmm.
it's definitely a difficult time for so many. When I have one more comment here about this happening and where they can find your website, because you're also on Facebook, right?
Hmm.
So tell us how you can find your website or where you can go.
So you can find me on Facebook at Fighting Formula Shortage. It's just a Facebook page, it's public. You can join. I'm constantly posting updates, especially on scammers. Unfortunately, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
scamming going on right now. So I keep an up-to-date list on that. You can also find me on Instagram at Fighting Formula Shortage. And then my email address is very simple: fightingformulashortage@gmail.com as well, if they have any specific questions.
And who all have been like kind of reaching out to you about this?
So most of the people that I get direct messages from are parents that just don't know where to start. So I direct them to the map, of course, where they can find a lot of pins. I also direct them to the Facebook page. There's a lot of people interacting without me having to be in the middle. But I still respond through email and also Instagram messages. I post on Instagram whenever someone posts, hey, there's formula at my store. They send me a picture, and so I constantly update that.
And what is something that you're seeing when it comes to just some kind of hurdles that you've been noticing and in the process of trying to help everyone?
Um,
I guess you were telling me also that you keep finding time to like make sure that you're able to do all of this too, right?
yeah, it's really hard with a 9 month old, and
Oh my
then with
gosh, I know. I can't imagine.
and then with a job that can be pretty demanding, it's kind of hard to find time. But luckily, I've also got a network of moms that are able to help throughout the day. They're constantly updating the scamming list, and so I talk with them whenever I can. That's where I get my information. And then in the evenings, after my son goes to bed, that's when I do a lot of my own work.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to. There are so many. Is it fighting formula shortages? On Facebook? That's what it is.
It should just be Fighting Formula Shortage.
Finding formula shortage. Okay, I'm going to try
Yeah,
to. I know there's
fighting.
a lot of people trying to find where to get this. So I'm going to try to pull it up real quick. And while I'm doing that, here we go. This is the Facebook page, folks.
That's right.
Fighting formula shortage.
Yep.
And can you just imagine how many scammers there are? I mean, you're literally just putting them out there. Like, you have a list. I mean, I'm sure it's surprising to you, as it is to me, that people would be doing this. What are you seeing these scammers actually do?
They're posing as other people. They'll steal other people's profile pictures and act like they're them. If you look carefully for their Facebook URL, a lot of the times that's an indicator. You'll notice that the name doesn't match up in their URL as a Facebook profile. So that's one way I'm able to help sift out who the scammers are. Other folks will just spam on every post and try to lead you towards another maybe Facebook page that's more about selling rather than donations. What else? A lot of the time they'll try to get you to send them money before shipping the formula, or they act like they're at the store. They don't send you any pictures. They're not willing to answer your questions. A lot of the time we encourage folks to ask for lot numbers, because sometimes people try to send expired formula that has been recalled. Sometimes they'll try to send formula that has been opened, which is not safe. Sometimes people will try to fill the formula cans with something else. So watch out, ask as many questions as you can. What I always tell people is, if someone's genuinely trying to help you, they completely understand all the scamming that's going on, and so they're going to be willing to answer all of your questions. And they're going to send you pictures. They're going to send you pictures of their receipts. Some also send video of them actually sending the formula. Also encourage people to try to go local if you can, because that way you can meet up in person and actually verify without having to go through shipping. But I understand that that's not always possible for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at your Facebook page and there's a long list. So I really encourage everyone to go to the Facebook page, just look at that, see if you know anyone or anything. I also want to show this, if you could explain this, because I know you put this on your Facebook page as well. And it's so helpful because there are people on here who want to just help.
Absolutely. So I definitely don't want to discourage that, although I will say, don't buy formula from your local store if you don't have anyone specific that you're sending it to. The reason for that is there's some parents locally that really need very specific formulas for their children, especially if they're preemies and they have special like dietary restrictions. They're pretty sensitive stomachs. So you may be taking away, unfortunately, that formula otherwise available to your local parents. But if you do have someone specific that you're shipping it to, then I do encourage, that is probably more okay to do. And then the other thing is just instructions on how to navigate the map. There's different categories that you can add. And then there's information there about the social media sites as well.
Yeah. And again, I would encourage you to go to our website. We do have the story up, and this is the map, the interactive map, where you can find and also donate or look at, breast milk banks, and or where there are milk banks. Also, you can donate formula, need formula. A great point, Marcel. I just want to bring it home is that you don't want to just buy a bunch of formula and be like, all right, let me see who needs it. It's kind of the opposite. See who needs it, and then kind of be on the lookout, because this is a very scarce but hot commodity. And I also I know this isn't with you, but I wanted to show everyone this formula shortage guidance for parents. So this is really important because it shows, there we go. Watering down baby formula is dangerous and can cause nutritional imbalances that may lead to serious health problems. So always mix formula as directed by the manufacturer. One of the big things is that there are parents who just want to be able to hold this out as long as they can. So they're diluting it, and that actually can be very harmful. And I know that many of you have commented on homemade baby formulas. They're not advised. Again, this is by Med Clinic Pediatrics, which is very well known. And while recipes may seem healthy, they're not safe and do not meet your baby's nutritional needs, which is huge, especially since babies are growing right now in this pivotal time. And you're always growing as a child, but this is the pivotal age. Buy baby formula online, but only from well-recognized distributors and pharmacies. I encourage you to go to the Facebook page that Marcella has created, because there's a list, and I hope no one's giving you bad messages and stuff about having their name on there, but this is really a public service that you're doing here. Do not use imported formulas from other countries that are not reviewed by the FDA. So apparently what Biden and the administration is doing, that's all approved by the FDA, because I know some's coming from Switzerland and other places as well. And only prepare the amount of formula you will use throughout any infant formula that is left in the bottle after feeding your baby. That was always hard for me. I know I don't have a child right now that is that I have to give milk to when it comes to baby formula. But that was always hard, because it's like, oh my gosh, you don't want any more of this, and you're going to waste all of it there. So anything else you want to add before we wrap up when it comes to this shortage? Because unfortunately, I don't think that it's going to be alleviated anytime soon. And this is really just a genius idea by you.
Thank you. I mean, besides the map, I'm very open about other resources that people can use. For example, yesterday I made a post about this website that if you sign up, will text you formula nearby. So I'm constantly on the lookout for other resources besides my map, besides my Facebook pages, etc. So encourage you to join those social media pages, because I do try to find other solutions for parents.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, and just stay safe. Try to avoid scamming. Try to just, ask as many questions as you can.
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to add the Facebook page, because it's such a good source for information. It's this right here, but I mean, fighting formula shortage. If you just type that in, that's probably going to be a lot easier than what I just posted there. So I really do hope that this does help everyone. Marcella, thank you so much for your time. And again, this information is on her Facebook page, Fighting Formula Shortage, and then also on our website, because we did a story there. So again, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
Yes, definitely. And I appreciate all of y'all. I am just looking at some of the comments that everyone has. And it's crazy how many people are in need right now, and how important it is for people to just kind of help each other out. And it's just one of those things. Like, I know during COVID, we had to do that same thing. And for this situation, I can't tell you, because I don't know why this is happening. Abbott isn't the only source for baby formula, which has been a question come up for many people. And I've done a lot of research on this. So it's really astonishing to know that there is this shortage, and hopefully we'll be restocking the shelves pretty soon. And right now, when you're thinking, why is all this not coming to the stores yet? It's because it's going to the hospitals first, and a lot of the women's shelters and the centers there. So it's not that it's not going anywhere. It's just going there first. So again, and then there's people out there that are saying, oh, try, breastfeeding. Now, if you haven't done that initially, there are ways, if you want to get in touch with a lactation consultant on trying to be able to breastfeed. That is a possibility that some mothers didn't know about. So I encourage you to either talk to a lactation consultant, your pediatrician, to make the right decision for your baby. And hopefully this will all get better soon. So unfortunately, we're talking about it again. Hope we don't talk about it next week, but thank you again so much for joining me for this week's Parent to Parent. And I hope to see you again next week for another topic that is near and dear to all of us. Until then, go Houston for being in the World Cup, right?